Right, guys. So that's me back again. I know this weekend is a weekend of live stream for me. I'm just gonna wait for others to join us, and while we are waiting, let me get some pages loaded up. I decided to bring my face to the camera. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to join us. And please, if you can hear me, I have to say this. If you can hear me, please do let me know in the comment section. The weather is actually really good today. I think it's about, what's the temperature? Where's my other phone? The temperature is, right, so why is this one not showing? So it's currently 20 degrees in Glasgow today, which is not bad. So I'm dying to go get some sun. With that being said, that's how I say I'm dying to go get some sun. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to join us. Just waiting for others to join us, and then we shall get started. And then I wouldn't want to waste a lot of time, so people can join us. So people can join us. Happy, you are laughing. So I just sent you a text on WhatsApp there. I don't know who you're talking about. I just saw your message, Abby. Anyway, I will catch up on that. So yeah, I guess we should get going. So guys, how many of you here sat JAMB? How many of you here sat JAMB? When before you get into university? Let me know of how many of you sat JAMB. How many of you sat JAMB? Let me know in the comment section how many of you sat up. Because me, I know I sat JAMB like 2 times, and JAMB is not easy to pass. I have to tell you guys, JAMB is not easy to pass. And like we said, that this Gen Z is the beginning of what Abby said she didn't. Okay, this Gen Z they are going to be the one that will start something that this our Nigerian government will not be able to walk away from. Sorry guys, I'm just replying some messages. So leave your thought in the comment section, or if you ever sat JAMB, let us know. Me, I sat JAMB about 2 times, and the 2 times that I sat it, I failed woefully. In fact, it was not even enough to gain an admission. But I would say maybe the second attempt got me the second attempt of my JAMB got me an admission to Universal College of Technology. If any of you know Universal College of Technology, it's in Ife. Let me know in the comment section. If you know Universal College of Technology in Ife, let me know. I remember I sat for JAMB. The first time I failed woefully, because why did I fail? I think with JAMB, you only select four papers to sit. If I'm not mistaken, I think I selected literature because I was very, very good. I loved literature. I was very, very good in literature. I selected literature. Was it Yoruba? Did I select you? I think Yoruba or government, maths and English. So those are the 4 subjects I selected. And it was the literature that messed me up. Reason why mean that I was actually reading the books from the previous syllabus. They changed the books that you read, especially like literature. There are some books that you will read, there are literature books that you will read. They change it every year. Obviously, me, I did not know. I was pretty much reading the books of what were taught in school. So, which meant that whatever it was that we were taught in literature in literature that was part of the syllabus was not in the JAM syllabus for that year. So, which meant that it was literature that I failed. See, if I had prepared, if I knew the correct syllabus for literature, I could have passed my JAM that year. So the first year that I sat JAM, I failed. I failed woefully. And the second one, I can't remember how much I scored, but it was enough for me to get admission to Universal College of Technology. It's in Ife, but I didn't eventually go. So anyway, there's been news on social media about the poor performances of students in the just concluded JAMB that was sat this year. So the results are out. And for those of you who don't know what JAMB is, let me share my screen with you so that we could obviously learn. So let me share this page with you. So JAMB is known as Joint Administrations and Matriculation Board. So obviously their motto or their motto is enhancing academic excellence. Let's go to about what they do. Mission or vision. I don't even know if it's mission or vision. So the vision is to be a world-class matriculation assessment and admissions board through equal opportunity and transparent services. And their core values includes services, integrity, transparency, inclusiveness, equity, and probity. And let's read their mission. Their mission is to pursue with integrity, vigor, commitment, dedication, transparency, and selflessness the realization of the objective of a uniform standard in the conduct of matriculation examination and the placement of suitably qualified candidates into the nation's tertiary universities or institutions. And their mission statement is to accurately measure candidates' ability and determine their suitability for tertiary education. So that is what JAMB is all about there. Trans Harbor said, read the problem is that I don't understand you said about read. The problem is that they don't read phones and internet is all it's okay. The problem is that they don't read, is the phones and internet is all they do. Okay. Abby said, Trans Harbor phones and internet should even exactly phones and internet should help improve one study. But then Abby, are they actually using the phones and the internet to actually help them study? Because now with phone and internet, it should enhance their study, which means that their studying should continue. If they are on the bus going to a certain place, they should be able to concentrate, or if they have a mobile phone, they should be able to have their study material on their phone and study as they go. But yeah, we don't know. So with that being said, let's go straight to the topic today. So I came across this post of students failing woefully. So let me take off this jam screen and let me go on to Instagram. Let me share my screen with you. I saw in fact, let's start with X. So so I came across this. I hope you guys can see it. It's like an open letter to JAMB, a call for urgent review of the 2025 UTME results. So it seems like those who sat this exam this year, majority of them sat, or some of them sat the exam last year, they failed. Maybe they scored about 167 or 200. And some of those people sat the exam again this year and they failed. Or some of them sat the exam last year, they were like in the 300s or in the 280 something, but then they sat it this year, they failed. So there's now call for JAM to reassess how they have marked this exam. So this person said, "Dear JAMB, my name is so you see the name there, and I write on behalf of myself and countless other Nigerian students who sat for the UTME 2025. We are deeply concerned about the unusually low scores released this year. Many of us who have consistently scored between 230 and 310 in previous UTME attempts, despite less intense preparation, dedicated even more effort and sleepless nights to this year's exam. It is shocking and disheartening to now see scores like 138, 145, 134, and 150. And it makes sense. So this guy is like, some people, like I said, some people sat the exam last year, they scored about 230, 310. So the way the numbers they are aggregate. So depending on what course you want to go and study at university, there's an aggregate, and there's an average score that will guarantee you onto that course. So let's say, for example, you want to study medicine. So, for example, maybe the average score for you to be considered for medicine in a certain university or in a few universities that you have selected, maybe the average score will be maybe 390. I'm just saying, for example. Hello, Stephanie, welcome. Everybody, welcome. So, for example, for example, to enter Unilag to study medicine, maybe Unilag wants an average score of 400. So somebody that scored 310 last year, automatically you will not enter Unilag for medicine with 310. There might be other universities who would allow you onto that course with 310, but that would be universities that are like maybe out of where you really want to go. So that will be the reason that will prompt other students to decide that, okay, I'm going to try JAMB later on. And there might be other courses in other universities that you desire to go that would allow you with 310 to study another course, but not what you really wanted. So there's no point studying another course when you can't get into medicine if that's what you want to study. So now you can imagine somebody who scored 230 and 310 last year, only for them to resit the same exam again this year to now be scoring 138, 145. Like, now juju. So this person continued, we strongly believe there may have been a glitch on or error in the marking or result compilation, especially affecting candidates who wrote the exam on the set date. So I don't know how JAMB marks these paper exams. I don't know how they mark these exams. I do not know. So if there's anybody who have a knowledge of how these exams are being marked, please do let us know in the comment section. I do not know how JAMB mark these exams. Okay. So this possibly continue. This is not a matter of sour grapes or failure to prepare. We studied harder than ever before, with genuine hopes for better performance. We respectfully urge JAMB headquarters to investigate this anomaly and recheck the results so that a possible technical error does not cost thousands of dedicated students their future. It will be unfair for us to lose a whole academic year over what may have been an unintended mistake. Please give us a reason to believe in the system again. Sincerely, so he signed it. So that was the post there that I saw. And I'm sure there will be comments in the bottom of the post, which I'm not going to read. So let's move on to the post that I found on Instagram. Okay. So let me go back to the bottom of how I found this post. So let me stop sharing that one that I was sharing earlier on, and let me share Instagram with you guys. So lots of people, please guys, like as you come in. Abby said, yeah, the internet can only be a tool if used correctly. Otherwise, it's a distraction. True. Oluwanifemi. Hello, Stephanie. Welcome. Oluwanifemi, that they concept, please, what's going to be our fate now? Maybe if the whatever cutoff mark that you have, if it will allow you consider another course. And I know, somebody who wants to study engineering and the course will only allow you to study accounting. I thought you probably maybe have to just sit the exam again. Or I know some people like me, obviously, when I did not pass JAMB the second time, I decided to go via diploma. So you can apply to study a diploma in a certain university. I don't know if that is still the same now, but yeah. So let me share my screen with you to see what people on Instagram are actually talking about, okay? Because there seems to be a lot of people, and all this Gen Z, like I said, Gen Z is going to be the one to reform the current state of Nigeria. Okay. So this post that I saw from this person was like, so this person tagged JAMB, Arise TV, Channels TV, and Shewoke, saying that this is heartbreaking. My sisters were exceptional in last year's JAMB. This year, they put in double work and serious preparation only to end up with worse results, despite even more consistent. How is this fair? So let's see if we will see that email properly. So this was the previous year. This person's sister scored 278 previous year. So this person sat English, they scored 64 in English, they scored 70. To me, this seems to be like a better mark. I don't know what course this person wants to study that they were not able to get into university with 270 because like 70, these are like in the UK, pass mark is 40%. If you score 40%, that's a pass mark in the UK. So this person sat English, government, literature, and CRS. So that would be Christian religious studies. So they scored above, so this person scored 278 last year. And this year, this same person scored 169. Like, what happened? What happened? So obviously, this person tagged JAMB to say, what's going on? This person scored 278 last year. How could they have scored 169 this year? So the blog where I found this post said JAMB really needs to consider reviewing results from the just concluded exams. There are several cases of students who scored below 200 this year after scoring between 250 and 300 in 2024. So, and then comments were like, when you see good students, you will know. She is so confident and I believe her. She's a good student. Okay. This person also said, this is not new. JAMB has been doing this before and getting away with it. Thank God there's a social media now where people can get some sort of justice because I was a victim of this back in 2007. This country will just be delaying youths. When they enter school, when they enter school now, boom, strike. Then NYSC with its own delays and wahala. By the time they are due for job interviews, company will be seeking a 20-year-old with 10 years experience, which is absolutely true. This person is saying the right thing. So that was that post there. Let's go on to the other one that I found. So another person said this year's JAMB had more glitches and roadblocks than ever. From registration to results, it felt like the system was broke and haunted. Some results are absurd, especially for students who would have done better just trusting their the memories than the exam process. This ain't edited. So let's see what this person scored. So your request, so the process of them checking their results. So this was what this person scored this year, 155. And last year, this same person scored 299, just one short of 300 last year. It's crazy, man. So this person sat English, physics, biology, and chemistry. This year, the same person scored 155. And last year, sitting the same exam, the person scored almost 300. Like, what's going on? What's going on? And then every time I want to go and start each of the time that I went to sit my JAMB, like I was very, very anxious, very, very anxious when I went to start my own results. So let's see the next post. So let's hear what the student has to say.
2025. Last year I wrote JAMB, I got a score of 297 and I registered for system engineering in Lag, but due to some glitches in post-UTME and WAEC, I could not go there. So this year I wrote JAMB. I came prepared. I had studied over 25 past questions just to wake up this morning and check my JAMB result, and I got 155, which is very ridiculous because in the first place, all the mock and CBT exams that I've written, I have never ever gotten less than 250, which is very surprising and shocking that JAMB can give me a score of 155. I don't know what to say, and I want everyone in Nigeria to speak up on this because this is not the result. I've heard many complaints from Twitter and from different social media apps that people that did very well last year, that did well, that... Hello everyone, I want to talk about JAMB.
I love the dentition of this young girl. She's got a very, very perfect, beautiful dentition. So this girl now, she said year before, she studied. Oh, hold on. Year before last year, I mean last year, she sat the exam and to study something chemical engineering in Unilag, but due to JAMB and WAEC, she could not study that course. So which meant that she decided to sit JAMB again this year. So according to her, she got 299 last year, only for her to check her result this year. She scored 155. And yes, according to her, it's ridiculous. And Dayco said, please, what's going to be our fate now? I scored 270 in my last JAMB exam, and now my result is 170, which is impossible after all of my preparation. Obviously, that's why I saw this post. There's not been a lot of news channels talking about it, so I decided to bring it up because yes, I did JAMB, and JAMB did not jam me. And JAMB jammed me because the two times that I passed, that I sat JAMB, I did not pass. So I got fed up. I got tired of wasting money sitting JAMB again. Hence why I decided to go apply for diploma in law in LASU. And yes, I did not even finish that diploma in law. I was only there for a semester or something, and then I left. So you've all heard this lady now saying that it's
Hello
ridiculous.
everyone.
We already watched that. It's ridiculous. So she scored 299 last year. And I would have reminded that with 299, she was unable to enter into Unilag. And then she sat JAM this year. She scored 175. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. This is another person again saying, Dear JAM, I'm writing to formally express my concern regarding the result I received. I believe that this score does not reflect my JAM, especially the mathematics course. How can I cover over 90% of my math syllabus? This person said they covered over 90% of their math syllabus and end up scoring 33 out of 100. It's crazy. So this person, an average. So this is what is. So this person sat for English, math, physics, and chemistry. 33 in maths, 38 in physics, and 39 in. So this person scored 154 this year. Meanwhile, last year he scored 235 last year. Like, make it make sense. Do you guys agree that there's a problem with JAMB? So this person scored 154 last year. No, scored 235 last year. And then sat JAMB again this year, scored 154. Like all of them that sat the exam year last year, they all performed badly this year. You will have thought that, oh, okay, let them, but no. Guys, let me know what you think. What do you think is happening here? Do you think there's a glitch with JAMB, or, and like I said, I don't know how they mark these exams. Um Joy said, exactly, that month, why are they not getting admissions? Exactly, because with this course they got last year, they should have been able to at least enter into that course they wanted. I don't understand how somebody will score 299 and not able to secure an admission. I don't understand. It does not make sense. Universities need to be questioned also. I know here in the UK, if you choose a university, if your results are not great, you might not be able to get entrance. You might not be able to get entrance into your first university choice. There's something called clearance in the UK. That is those who those who were able to get the desired results. The university will offer them all of their first choices. So if the university is not able to fill the space or the quota for that particular course, then they will consider those whose result was not 100% to enter that course. So let's say, for example, maybe they expected that you should have 3 GCSE or 4 GCSEs, but after you start your exam, you only manage 3. So they will consider you and you'll be able to get considered during clearance. So I think something like that should be put in place. So those who scored the exact mark they needed in order to study chemistry or biology in Unilag, once those people have been given the admission, if they still have spaces left, then they should consider people whose mark is not far away from the cutoff mark for them to get onto that course. I hope what I'm explaining makes sense. So let's hope. I'm hoping this is a glitch. So far, JAMB has not come out to say anything. Okay, JAMB has not come out to say anything. So this person also said, please, you guys should investigate this course. When I'm scoring 235, 253, you know, not give me admission. Now that I have scored 154, how will I receive admission? Which is a good question. I'm writing this with sadness because you guys have really set my life back, and it's crazy. Like, the person, I don't know what course this person wants to go and study now. Another 4 years add on top of his or her age. Let's pray there's no strike, ASU strike in Nigeria. By God's grace, that person will be able to finish uni at the exact 4 years, and then NYSC, and then go get a job that they are not even certain that they'll be able to get after all those years at uni. Like, guys, it's crazy. And this person continued, I don't believe this result. Please, guys, you should help me tag JAMB. You all should help me out, please. And I don't know how much they sell JAMB for.
I can never say we could go back and
I don't want to play this song. So this person is here, obviously in tears, because JAMB score is low as well. Hello, David Black. Welcome. Hello, welcome. I see you guys. So Joyce said, students will pass JAMB, then fail post UME. Make it make sense. Like, what are they doing? If they already passed JAMB, why are they doing post UME again? What's the need for post UME? So when they already passed the JAMB to enter university will now set an exam for them again. Abi Joy. Is that not what they do with the post UME? So let's say, for example, now they seek admission or they pass the JAMB to enter into Unilag. Unilag will now set another exam again. Like it doesn't make sense. Abby said, the truth is Nigerians believe in struggle because what's all this? Emmanuel says, I pray it's be resolved. Yes, there's a glitch, but JAMB has not come out to tell us that there's a glitch. Hello, David, welcome. JAMB, I mean, this story I'm talking about now is been on social media since on Wednesday or Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. JAMB is here to come out and say anything about it. JAMB is here to come out and say anything. Right, I saw other posts as well because people are actually talking about it. Okay, this was when the result was yet to be released. So obviously there's a post as well. It says there that lawyer orders JAMB to review intelligent brother's result after he scored on 69 in post UME. So let's hear what the lawyer has to say. So this person said, dear JAMB, my brother's JAMB result just came out and it's not hard enough. This is somebody with a consistent record of academic excellence. We can't accept this result. Too much effort and sleepless night went into preparation. This is so unfair. Please review it. Like I said, people have been talking about this since Wednesday and we've not heard anything. So this is the result of previous JAMB result that this person sat. The previous one is scored 278. And this year, okay, this is their WAEC exam results. To show that this person na EFICO, this person is an EFICO. That's what the family are saying. That no, look at the WAEC result. WAEC result is A1 parallel. You guys remember that word where people say A1 parallel. Though he had a B3 in something, only for him to sit JAMB and score 169. Like JAMB. So yeah, they are saying that percentage of students with 5 credits above, including maths. Obviously, this is NECO results. Are they now accepting NECO results all over? Because I remember when I sat NECO then, some universities were like, they don't accept NECO. It has to be WAEC. Do they now accept WAEC? Do they now accept NECO results all over the world as well? Guys, let me know in the comment section. So this is also about NECO. I'm only interested in the JAMB anyway. So this is the lawyer that was calling out to say that our brother is an EFICO, so there's no way he could score 169. There's no way our brother could score 169. Like I said, JAMB has not come out to say anything. So David said, so this is just a glitch, as Emmanuel mentioned. Well, we don't know that yet because JAMB is yet to come out to address this. JAMB is yet to come out to address it. I hope so because I wanted to disown one of my... David, please don't disown. No. JAMB has not yet come out to say anything. They've not addressed this. Don't disown your cousin, Obiko. Don't. Because I wanted to disown one of my cousins for low JAMB score. So yeah, JAMB has not come out yet to say anything about this. So this lady continued, we are not dullards in my family. I had 278 in 2017. I don't know what that aberration is. My sister, 320, Unilag Pharmacy. So explain how my brother will have 278 for first trial and then 169 now. Could possible top 3 student in his school. Former assistant head boy. This boy has represented Lagos State in competitions. Okay. So yeah, that's us showing our brother's result there. And then somebody, I don't know who this person. This person said, we are taking legal steps by Monday at the Federal High Court to compel JAMB to release a marking sheet and scoring details so students can verify the accuracy of their result. Like I said, JAMB is yet to come out and address this. JAMB is yet to come out and address this. So this person said, Samuel scored 309. So I'm not understanding, how can somebody score 309 last year and they were not able to secure an admission? What's going on? What's going on? Why would they score 309 last year and the student did not secure an admission? So this year he studied way harder than last year and scored 162. This is a case of thousands of innocent Nigerian students that JAMB's poorly designed and inefficient system are ruining their future. Parents and students' morale are very low. JAMB needs to urgently release their mark sheet so they can see for themselves what they answered, the correct answer, and calculate their scores. Like I said, I don't know how JAMB marks this question, so I wouldn't know. Then this person also said here that another student just reached out to me. In 2023, she scored 270 in the UTME. In 2024, she even went higher, had 290. She took JAMB in 2000 and she took the 2025 JAMB mock and got 285. Now the official UME result says 175. This is crazy. This is another one. How could someone, that's what I'm saying, that's what I'm asking us, like, how could somebody score 309 in JAMB last year and wasn't offered admission? Like, it's crazy. What did the person want? What was the person willing to study university that they scored 309 and JAMB did not give them admission? Now he scored 169, Nigerian education system. I don't understand. It's not making sense. So this person said, if you are a student concerned that your JAMB score is significantly lower than expected and you are confident there's an error, please feel so. Guys, any of you watching me here, go and find this person post on X and follow that form, because I think they are going to submit a petition to against JAMB to release all of their marking sheets. So if you are here and you have been impacted by this 2025 JAMB, please go find this person on X and complete your details with the link they have provided. So this person continued, we are taking legal steps by Monday at the Federal High Court to compel JAMB to release a marking sheet and scoring details so they can verify the accuracy of their results. Like, I don't understand though. Right, let's listen.
Depending on when you get this message. This is to JAMB or JAMB headquarters. I feel you people have to review this year's JAMB score, because the scores I'm seeing, the marks I'm seeing, it's so heartbreaking. And I feel for most of these kids, I feel for myself too, but I can vouch and I can beat my chest that the score you people are giving is not even my score. 139, never. Most of my English questions, like my Lekki headmaster, I had to come back that day after my exam. I had to review my answers, and I saw that most of them were correct. I don't want to know how dull I can be or how dumb I can be, but that score I am seeing for my English is not even my own score. So I don't know what you people will do. I don't know the region or whatever you people are doing, but please, you have to review this course. You have to. You definitely have to. Good morning. Good afternoon.
I love the fact that people are speaking up. So, guys, that pretty much sure this is all the stuff I've found. So, this is somebody else who scored 314 last year, and this year they scored 167 after studying way harder. Will his dream or will his dream over? With his dream over, will his dream over because of inefficiency of JAM's poor results? He needs to see his mark shift. This is a case of 3,407 students that have raised concerns so far. Wow, over 3,000 students have raised concern. Like JAMB needs to come and talk about this because I'm surprised. Like I've seen this post since on Wednesday, and JAMB is yet to come out and say anything. JAMB is yet to come out and say anything. So these are compilation of results of people saying that no, there's no way they did better the previous year. So this is somebody else who scored 234 last year, only for her to score 171 this year. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I believe if they go by the right channel, JAMB should be able to release their score. I mean, their marking scripts. They should be able to release their marking scripts. Like, make it make sense. So last 2 years, she scores 281. Last year, 311 last year. Like, come, guys, I think I need to bring you guys on. I don't understand. Why did somebody score 311 last year and they don't get admission? Why? Why? 311 last year and she don't get admission. Okay, so what is she wanting to study? So she chose Obafemi Awolowo University for medicine and surgery. Her second choice was LASU or JAW for nursing. So with 311, she don't even enter for nursing. I hope you guys can see what I'm seeing here. So our first choice of university last year with 311 was Obafemi OAU Ile-Ife to study medicine and surgery. So she did not get in. Our second choice was Lagos State University in Ojo for nursing and nursing science. With 311, she don't get admission. Our third choice was Osun State for building technology. She don't get admission with 311. Our fourth choice was National College of Natural Medicine Technology, Victoria Island, for natural and traditional medicine technology. She still did not get admission with 311. Like, Nigeria is FUC up. Nigeria is messed up. Nigeria is messed up. So, I will be at work when this person goes on TVC. Hopefully, I will catch up. So, this person said it's going to be on TVC on Monday after to talk about this year's JAMB results. The mass failure of this year's JAMB exam is majorly caused by JAMB's poorly designated inefficient system and not the systems as they earlier claimed. The mark sheet needs to be made available to the students to see their true performance. We need to fix our education system, and JAMB needs to have a transparent system to uphold integrity. Like, guys, like, it's as if I've never heard of this before, right? I'm going to bring you guys on. If anybody wants to come here and say one or two things. Like, I don't understand how somebody scored 311 last year. Still, they were not able to get into nursing. Guys, the link is in the comment section. If you want to jump in, I'll take as much calls as I want to take, and then I'll place you on a call timer. Let me read your comment, guys. So I think the last comment I read was David saying that he wants to disown his cousin. Please don't disown your cousin, oh. So, like, Deco, if you're still here, go find that guy on X and complete the form that he said people should fill. Yes, I agree with you. Why are they not getting admission with over 311? Universities need to be questioned. Student will pass JAMB and fail. Like, I don't know how that fail post UME works. What kind of exam is post UME? What's the purpose of post UME? Emmanuel said he hopes it will be resolved, but we've not heard from JAMB if it's a glitch. I don't think I've seen anything from them to say it's a fault. So yeah, we said, David, please don't disown your brother. David said, don't disown your cousin. My dear Joy, our JAMB score was 169, but this guy is a prefect in his school. His JAMB score didn't reflect his academic score. See, there could be a problem somewhere. They said, I am getting scared now. I can't prepare this hard and fail because JAMB is having technical issues. Please, JAMB should release our results or say something else. That's what I'm saying. They've not said anything. So we don't know if it's actually a fault or not. Life with Natu, welcome back again. Are you on stage? I think I've added you.
Yeah, thanks, sis. Hi, how are you?
You're welcome back again.
Thank you. This is a big problem. I wrote JAM 3 times. I
Oh,
can't even remember what my scores were because it's like 20 something years ago. But how do you score 309 or 211 and you have to struggle for admission? Make it make
even for
sense.
you did not even get admission for nursing. 311.
Make it make sense, please. Why? This is why I tell you that this our system is not working. Why would somebody? I just feel like there's a certain cutoff point that the person does not even have to fight for admission, and that was the
Exactly.
belief that my father had when we were writing JAM. My father didn't go to school. He's like, if you pass, they'll give you admission. The guy did not know that you have to hustle for admission. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's really sad. It's really turning, and this is what is pushing all these kids into doing some stupid stuff because they are home, they are bored, they don't have anything to do, they are not engaged. So people will say, go and learn this, learn that, learn that. I've said this yesterday. I say entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Okay, I know people can learn different skills, but these kids at the point that they are, they need to be engaged in school. And
Yeah.
if they work hard to study hard for them to get what they want, and they don't get it, Nigeria will not find it funny this children in the future. They will not really not find it funny this children in the future. And you see now, they don't even. The one thing I'm happy about is that this generation understand the power of social media and they are utilizing it to the fullest.
Yes. Yes.
But the problem is, you see, this our old generation parents, they are underestimating the power of social media until they see their full news first or blog first.
Everyone.
That's when their eyes will start opening.
Carry on, my sister.
That's when their eyes will start opening. So I'm really, really happy with all these challenges that are going on, all these things that people are bringing on social media, blogs are discussing it, individuals are discussing it,
Yeah.
because we need help. If they are having this jam malfunction that they're talking about, this is the same thing with medical malfunction. You go and forget results in somebody's stomach and the person cry and you say it's a mistake. You have ended the person's life for no reason. I told you when my foster son cried when he had an accident in February. He was by the roadside for 1 hour because people were scared to take him to the hospital because they don't have a police report.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that boy died. And I still feel like he had a chance to live if he had been taken to the hospital on time.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So there are a lot of policies, a lot of regulations in Nigeria that needs to be addressed.
That
Do
guy
you
that came
understand what I'm saying?
that guy that came from Canada.
Yes,
One. It was the
that's what
third
I'm saying.
it was the third hospital that they took him to before they could
Can you
operate.
imagine?
It's crazy.
Yeah. Even me, I had to beg them to take him to a private hospital of someone that I know that have a very good system. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's just not it. And also, uh, 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 this thing is not working because they're saying that, oh, if JAM has a malfunction, so who's going to fix it? So if they fix it, the people that have been affected, are they all going to be fixed? Because now you're going to be, you're leaving them in a limbo. You have them all messed up. This kind of excuse is not working. This kind of excuse is not going to work. It's not acceptable. I don't think it's something that should be taken lightly. You should just wake up and just say, "Oh, we had a system malfunction. Okay, so what's going to happen to the previous ones?" Because their issue needs to be addressed. You can't hold people's life to ransom because there's an issue. This is an issue that is not supposed to even happen. There's no sound of a automated system that while people are writing jam, when they just finish and click submit, their result to show them on the system or the score. I wrote a professional exam last month. Like when you finish, you're just gonna wait a few minutes and then it's gonna tell you you're gonna mark it automatically and it tell you if you pass or not. They need to make it like that, but they don't want to automate all of these things because they want to have a way of manipulating the things. And that's the problem that we're having. Like that girl that came one time and said she got so and so in jam, um only to find out that she was only found out that her result she manipulated her result. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I feel like this is 2025. The government is supposed to be at a place where they're supposed to be advanced to a level where they don't have room for any result manipulations or anything like that, honestly speaking, because this is totally not acceptable. Just the way that we will not accept medical people having this kind of shenanigans on people's life, the same thing should apply to all of these things. Like, no, no, it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable, it's not going to be tolerated. So, honestly speaking, this open letter to JAMB needs to address it, give them certain, all people that have complaints that have gone through issues like this, they should also come up and talk about it, so that they'll keep the trend going and they'll keep the pressure on their necks going for them to be able to act on it. Because if we keep silent, then they'll not do anything about this thing and it's going to keep on. Because imagine us that had to go through this 20 something years ago and now the thing is still repeating itself, it's even getting more worse. So it really needs to be addressed. Honestly, we shouldn't let jam breathe.
It's crazy. I'm happy that people are talking about it now. I'm super happy that it's all over everywhere.
Yes, so
It's crazy. I don't understand. So somebody has said my daughter scored 170 after all our commitments to studies and lessons. JAM needs to be proved so they can send the real result. Well, like I said, if you were here earlier when I was sharing the page, go find that guy on X and go fill the form because they said they will be challenging, they will be petitioning JAM. Like I said, if this is a glitch, I expect JAM should have come out by now to say something, but they are yet to say anything. Anyway, thank you so much, Sanato, for that. Abby, welcome. You're on live.
Hello, everybody. I actually don't think it's a glitch. I've been hearing this for ages. And I just wanted to use, obviously, we have gone to school to some extent here, so we can tell the difference between both systems.
Mhm.
And I think one of the issues I have with Nigeria generally across the board is there's no progress. They don't change things in favor of their people. You have
Yeah.
to learn, especially with all of these things of a lot of people going abroad and coming back, whether it's holiday or whatever. My point is we're exposed enough to make changes. And like I
Yeah.
said earlier on in the chat when we first started this topic, I said one of the issues in Nigerians is that we normalize struggle. If you have not
Yeah.
struggled through it, it's not, the reward is not worth it almost. And I think that is also the same case with our educational system. Oh, burn the midnight candle, all of that nonsense. I've said this to people before. To date, the reason why my sleep pattern is messed up is because I believe in working at night. Mom of five, you know that I do so much. I'm the sort of person to
Yes.
start wake up at 3 a.m. to now go and do my illustration or whatever. Why? Because I'm so Nigerian that I've been conditioned to believe that I work better at 2 a.m. Don't get me wrong, some people do, but it's just that idea of working hard. If you've not done it past midnight, you're not doing it hard enough,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. So there's that. But also, I wanted to address that in this country, there are certain conditions that will determine the cutoff mark. For instance, if it snows heavily, the cutoff mark can reduce just based off of the fact that students were disrupted maybe from going for their
Yes.
exam on the original dates,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Over
Mhm.
COVID, we saw how they changed things because students did not have certain things available to them, certain resources available to them because they had to go to school from home. Things like that should also be adjusted. And let's even assume, besides the fact that people are actually working hard, let's be honest, Nigeria has become extra hard emotionally. That alone can even affect certain things where some students are concerned. And this
Yeah.
is me just making an assumption that some of them have not even worked hard enough to achieve the results. And I don't think so. But I'm
I don't
just saying little
yeah.
adjustments should be made to accommodate all of these external factors. In this
Exactly.
country, you can go to your school and tell them that, listen, and my mom just passed. Listen, I'm going through, whatever hard time in this aspect of my life. And they will pardon you on certain things. They will
Yes.
postpone exams for you. Oh, I
Yeah.
go through anxiety, meaning I can't write exams with
That's the right
100
example.
people in the
Yeah.
room. They will make an exception for you. Those are the
Yes.
little adjustments that help
Either
students.
they give you extra time in the exam hall, or they offer you, they don't let it impact you starting with whatever colleague you're meant to be starting with. So, like, they make it that you're not missing out in any way.
Exactly. They always, and that's the point, just accommodating and making it inclusive for different people. Another thing I wanted to touch on as well is this post UME nonsense. That's
Exactly.
another reason why the average Nigerian, let me tell you what has, for me, for instance, most of my mates came after college. So they came for university. I did my A levels in this country, right? And one of the things that I've seen people struggle with that come from Nigeria is coursework.
Yes.
Whether it's from how to actually like just the setup of things, or whether it's grammar or whatever the case is because Nigeria, they don't even give us an opportunity to actually somewhat diversify our talents, if that makes sense, right? Number five, you have children that are even younger where they have things that have been offered to them, or learn French, learn dance, learn this, things like that. We're not giving opportunity to diversify. So what happens is all Nigerians know is exam. Number five.
Exam. I know. True. You're right.
Something like post UME could easily be a conversation with the students to get to know them more. Something like post UME could easily be some sort of interview.
Yeah.
So that people are taught how to be outspoken, how to construct sentences properly, things like this. But it's only exam you write in that country.
Yeah.
So these are
here in the UK, there are some courses that you write that you don't even write course. You don't even sit exams at all.
Exactly.
All you are doing is either presentation or coursework, essays. Maximum word of those essays will probably be 5,000 words.
Whatever the case is. So these are the issues. I've seen a lot of Nigerian graduates that come here even for second degrees and all, they struggle with this thing because so we need to diversify our knowledge and our methods as well. Not every time exam. Some people will tell you, for instance, in this country, right, for A levels, you have the option of A levels and you have an equivalent called BTech. BTech is for students that struggle with exams and can only write coursework. Do you understand? And you can still get into university with both
exactly
educations. Just an example, right? So I think that is also something that should be considered as well, where it's just they need to diversify that whole thing. It is crazy that I've seen a lot of Nigerian graduates that cannot speak properly, that cannot use computers. The basic of things with computers.
They can't even carry research. If you give them a research website now to find an article, they can't even find an article.
You understand? So it's things like this I think also add to our problem. Is obviously it's not exactly what we're talking about, but I'm just saying that these are the little things, adjustments they can make, because I saw Joy in the chat say that after this JAMB issue, they'll still go and face post UME. Post UME for what?
Post UME for what? Exactly, that was what I was asking. That post UME, that what was the need for post UME? Like,
but they do that. It's actually a thing.
I would imagine those who scored 310, 319 probably was post UME that dropped them.
It happens all the time. And of course, as you know, Nigeria being very, very corrupt, they use the opportunities to also, in some situations, let's be honest, you have people that pay their way through to now study medicine. If you don't pay your way through, you end up in microbiology or biochemistry or one of the smaller medical courses and stuff like that. So these are some of the adjustments that I think that we have to make so that we can even have people that do way more than education. Everything is actually not school. Let's be very honest. True. So that's that.
Thank you so much, Abby, for that contribution there. So David said, Abby, which student in Nigeria do you know have access to computer? If not the top 10% of Nigerians are well off. The computer one, I don't blame the student. Obviously, that will go back to the education system in Nigeria. Okay, there should be facilities for that. There should be, like, starting from primary school. Like, I was here how many days ago I was talking about the fact that during COVID period, that just before COVID period, all of my children from a certain age, they gave them iPads so that they could study at home. But my last daughter, who was still in primary school, I did not have an extra computer for her. So the school were like, no, even then they were like, oh, do I have one for Maria? I said no. So they contacted me to say that, you know what, we will be delivering you they delivered a brand new Google Chrome laptop. She still has it since today. She still had that Google Chrome laptop. It was given to her so that she could, I could school her during COVID. She could, do all that online stuff that the school were doing with them. And now she's in secondary school. She has her own personal iPad. Like, iPad, Apple no be cheap. They all the secondary students in UK, all secondary students in the UK have their own.
That is even extreme. Even in cases where the schools might not be able to provide that, they have well-equipped libraries.
Exactly.
The city centers have well-equipped libraries, not just the school. So you have options to go and study. The library can close at 5 p.m. You can go to school. Most schools, when I was in university, most of the time the university was open 24/7. The library was open 24/7. You have the quiet area. You have different areas of the library that helps you. So this is what I'm saying. It goes back to all of this issue. Everything that we're going through Nigeria goes back to a system that has failed.
There was a time as well that when my husband was studying cybersecurity, so he needed a very, very like a strong laptop, because they were dealing with software they were dealing with a lot of systems. But the normal laptop you buy from a shop could not do those work. They actually had to help him find a company that will be able to provide him with that laptop. And that laptop, I think that laptop was about £2,750. So that if he's downloading stuff, he's not having any glitches or anything. It was the school that helped him. He still had that laptop till today. Even though he could go to laptop, to go to the school laptop, library to go use all of their resources there, but they know that he has to have his own personal studying time. And a normal laptop would not be strong enough for that course. They helped him secure like a company that was able to build him a very high RAM, high gigabyte, which means that before he even touches his screen laptop like this, the page is opening. But that's a school that's offered that to him. So I think lots of things need to change in terms of education system in Nigeria. There's no functional library. School where library no day. A child who does not even have a computer at home will not even have the opportunity of even using a school. Do they even have a library? It's crazy. It's really crazy.
When we did computer science in school, I'll never forget. By the way, I went to a private school, a popular private school in Lagos, but I don't remember them teaching me anything interesting. Now that I know about computers and I work in tech, I don't remember them teaching me what I should have been learning, in my opinion. Do you understand? You're just telling me this is mouse. This is what is that? And so imagine people that even go to public schools, or do you understand? This is even private school level, a very popular one. I'm sure if I call the name, all of you know the name. So do you get? So these are the issues. The system does not allow us to learn things properly. They don't think it's important.
True.
So yeah.
Thank you so much, Abby. So I found this video as well. Let's quickly listen to what this guy had to say. I'm going to start.
Has been so good for some time, but this year something serious, something is wrong with them. Now, in the center where she did this examination, he said she was logged out 2 times and then they returned. On her own part, she said she checked back and cross-checked her results to still notice they were still intact before she submitted. Now, for this examination, I want to confirm that this, my daughter that spoke, has never been a dull student. She prepared so well for it as a daughter of a teacher. Last year, she scored 297.
Wow.
And narrowly missed admission because of the course she chose and because of the post-UTME. So she decided to prepare. JAMB has been so good for some time this year. And I was always by her side. Sleepless nights, working and doing everything. And we were able to cover 25 years of past questions in 3 of the subjects she did. And her hope was that she'll be scoring something above 340. Only for us to discover this morning, JAMB sent 155. And she put the whole family in mourning, including herself. We don't know how to control her. The question is, JAMB, is that how to reward hard work and hard labor? The answer is no. Now, I want Nigerians to help us because they say one man's meat is another man's poison, but you don't know how it will affect your own world tomorrow. Nigerians should rescue us from the hand of JAMB because something seems to be wrong, very, very wrong now this year. The question I'll ask JAMB, 1, when you log students out, does your system submit immediately and give them marks? Because my daughter is not the type that will be getting.
I think Abby was saying something about, I think somebody said they need to make it automated. I'm sure somebody said in the comment section that they need to make it automated. Immediately you submit, you should be able to get your marks straight away. I remember when I was studying nursing, most of our online maths, most of our online calculation, like it's a medication calculation, once you finish your exam, you get your results straight away. I remember whenever I do my calculations online during when I was at uni with exam, when we do our exams, then our calculation exam, where you are calculating medication, IV, drugs, and stuff like that. Once you finish sitting it and you submit, you get your answer straight away. I think that's something that should be done.
35 in chemistry. I taught chemistry, and I taught her, and we did all we could for her to be getting 35 in chemistry. This is somebody, if you wake up at any time At least that subject, she will not score less than 75 and ridiculous marks. That definitely is not her result. So when JAMB locks student out, does the system submit immediately? Now, the fact that some people said that they were given 55 questions in English instead of 60 is an indication that there's a problem with their system. That's the one we knew, the one we know rather. How about the one that's happening at the headquarters that we don't have the privilege to know? I want to call all those in authority, the National Assembly, and all those that are authority to do something for the Nigerian. The question I'll ask JAMB, what Nigerian youth? Oloyede may be trustworthy, but is working with people.
Yes.
The problem of my daughter, I see it in two ways. Either it's a technical fault, or inefficiency, or deliberately something is going wrong in that JAMB without Nigerian knowing it. Don't leave us and say it's a complaint. If I am the parent and I know her capabilities, this is not her result. Please, all Nigerians, help us out. This result needs to be reviewed. Imagine somebody working so hard and he has to lose another year.
It's crazy.
Please, Nigerian, help us out. Nigerian youth.
Instead of waiting 1 year, she should just go and be doing something. Go and learn skills so that 1 year is not wasting away. I think I'm just going to leave that there. So this is the final post I found. So this person said, if it requires going to court, I will. A Nigerian biology teacher who sat also failed. He scored 37 in biology. I know this is not funny, guys, but this is a biology teacher who sat JAMB and he failed. So he said, in quote, if it requires going to court, I will. A Nigerian biology teacher who sat for the 2025 JAMB examination has shared his disappointment after receiving unexpectedly low scores. So this is a biology teacher. He scored 37 out of 100 in biology. How is that possible? How is that possible, guys? A biology teacher. I should not be surprised because the man we just listened to said he taught chemistry and he was there supporting his daughter for his daughter to score that mark that she scored. Something has to be done. I agree. Something has to be done. Something is definitely going wrong here. Something is definitely going wrong here. Guys, how many long? So I've got another 4 minutes to go. Hello, Monica David. I'm rounding up, guys. I've got another 4 minutes to go. If anybody have any lasting words, please jump into the call and I'll take 2 calls. If not, I'm rounding up in 4 minutes. In my own opinion, if this is a glitch, I imagine that JAMB should have come out to address it, but they've not yet come out. So David said, nothing is introducing HND midwifery public health certificate for students with low JAMB that don't get university admission and go through HND private nursing schools. This just recently said, all right, okay, because I remember, like I said, when I sat my JAMB the second time, I wanted to go and study mass communication. But I was not able to get into University of I was not able to get into Obafemi Awolowo University because it was Ife. I wanted to go. So I was not able to get into Obafemi Awolowo University. Instead, I received an admission for Universal College of Technology, even though I did not apply to that university. It's like a college of technology. I did not apply to go there, but I was offered admission. I don't know how that was possible, but they sent me a letter to say that, oh, congratulations on your so exam score. We are happy to offer you so course, which was what I wanted to go and study at Ife. So I did not apply to that Universal College of Technology. I did not, but they sent me an admission letter. And yes, when I was 17 when I got this admission, and obviously I'm sure I've shared my story here where my dad was like, my brother was like, oh, I was too young to go to university, that I should go and sit down, which meant my dad did not support me going. I had to sit down at home. So that was why I think it was when I was just over 18 that I tried to apply for diploma in law to LASU in Ojo. And like I said, I don't even think I finished a semester when I tried to pack my bags and leave to say, no, I want to be able to go into university normal. That is, I want to be able to sit for JAMB, get my admission, and then enter university. That was what I wanted, because studying for diploma at the end of the day, from what I was made to understand, was that even when I pass, I might not be guaranteed an admission to go study law full time in there. So all of that, it's crazy, but yeah. Dori Chema said, now wow, surely they even so possibly, yeah, we've always heard of selling of result allegedly. David said previously this midwifery public health certificate was exclusively for university admitted nursing programs. All right, okay, guys, I'm rounding up, less than 1 minute to go. Abby said it's like they just give a random they did a yo-yo exam result for them. How many glitches will they have? This has been going on for ages. Well, they probably give them random marks. Anyway, guys, this is the end of this live stream for today. I want to appreciate those of you who have been here. Like the people, like Abby has said, this has been going on for ages. For me, I did not think this was an ongoing thing. I thought maybe this was a one-off for the first time. For JAMB not to have come up by this time to say something about it, obviously something is definitely not right somewhere. So like I said earlier on, if you're just watching this video, if you have been impacted by this JAMB results, go find that person that was showing his stuff on X, go complete the form. I think they are trying to curate the amount of people that have been affected by this. Go fill that form, input your details, and hopefully the petition might maybe just prompt JAMB to come out and say something about it. So with that being said, I'm just going to finish this live stream right now. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate you all. If you've watched till now and you've not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? We are almost at 18,000. Please like and subscribe if you've not yet done so. And thank you so much, Ohabi, for being an input for being one of my members. Thanks to Life with Natu as well. And I really appreciate those of you who have joined me. Like I said, if you've been impacted by this, please go find that post and put in your details so that you could be added to the list of people who are actually contesting their JAMB results. And maybe this will also make JAMB come out. Like I said, JAMB is here to release any report whatsoever to explain what has happened. So maybe this will just prompt them to come out and say something about it. With that being said, thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate you all. I believe we have a live stream for 7 o'clock tonight. If you're available, kindly join me. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, share this video. Do not hesitate to join my membership. Go follow me on all my social media handles. And I'll see you guys at 7 o'clock Nigerian time if you're in Nigeria, 7 o'clock UK time if you're in the UK. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Natu. I will see you all later. All right. JAMB, come and explain yourself. Thank you, guys. Bye. And happy Sunday to everybody. Oh, I think it's Mother's Day in Nigeria today. I'm not sure, but yeah. Happy Mother's Day. Life in that Prof Mbeke blocked me. She blocked you. See, I don't even know if I really want to do that story, but I will do it. And if she blocked me, so be it. I think I'm going to start from what I know so far, because I've not been following her, but I'm going to obviously start from what I know so far about Senator Natasha and Akpabio, and then go on to that interview that that Adiola had with that lady that came to tell us that Mbeke was lying. So yeah, we'll start from there. Anyway, I'll see you guys later on. All right, bye, guys.